The library has many images and documents in our collection with deep emotional power. We have love letters, we have images of parents and their children, we have photographs of liberated POW camps, and we have photographs of protest and injustice. But one of the most powerful stories in American history you can glimpse in this artifact that we've got right here. Let me show you. This is a hand-sewn American flag made in the summer of 1865. It reminds me of a quilt top. See the 8-pointed stars? The stripes are uneven. It's as tall as it is wide. And there's a border along the edge. So it's all very non-standard. It's clearly handmade, perhaps by someone without much knowledge of what the flag was expected to look like. And to me, that adds so much more to it. Let me give you some context. We don't know the seamstress's name. Decades later, she was remembered only as an African-American minister's wife. She and other newly liberated people of color had gathered in downtown Spartanburg in the weeks of chaos that marked the very end of the Civil War. There were federal army troops in Spartanburg who were keeping the peace and overseeing the process of emancipation, and they had their hands full. But amidst that chaos, there was a hope never before felt by folks who had spent their lives until that moment enslaved. Times were difficult for one and all right at that moment, but that sense of possibility must have been electrifying. She and the other freed men and women in town learned that the troops would likely be leaving Spartanburg in the fall, and they decided to honor those soldiers, their liberators, with a picnic near the old train depot, close to where the YMCA stands now. The soldiers would march in a parade from Morgan Square through the streets of town, many of them literally arm in arm with Spartanburg's newest citizens, the emancipated men and women of color. At the head of the parade was this flag, given to the commanding officer, a man named Captain Norris Crossman, as a token of gratitude. He kept the flag, and his family donated it to a museum in California a century later. The flag, the parade, and the picnic had been completely forgotten in Spartanburg. In 2015, Dr. Andrew Myers at USC Upstate had been researching Norris Crossman's diaries and letters, and with the family's assistance, tracked down this flag in time to return it to Spartanburg for the sesquicentennial of the parade. Soon after, the library fully acquired the flag, and it's been in our collection since that time. What a powerful story it tells. It's the story of the powerless first grasping hope. It's a story of Black patriotism and resolve. It's a story of the forgotten regaining their voice, and we're proud to have a role in telling its place in the history of our city and of our country.